Dividing whole numbers using the long division algorithm. So in problem 1 we have 4,715 divided by 6. So we rewrite this as 4,715 divided by 6. Now we have to say 6 will not go into 4, but 6 goes into 47 7 times. 7 times 6 is 42. And then we subtract. 47 minus 42 is 5. Bring down your next digit, and we'd say 6 goes into 51 how many times? Well, 6 is going to go into 51 8 times, because 8 times 6 is 48. And now we have to subtract, and you may be able to do this mentally. What I do personally is I say, well, 48 to count up to 51, it's 49, 50, 51, so we'd have to go 3. But if not, you can just subtract as we normally do. So 1 minus 8 we can't do, so we borrow from the 5, make it a 4, make the 1 an 11, and 11 minus 8 is 3. Bring down our next digit. 6 goes into 35 how many times? Well, that's going to be 5 times, because 5 times 6 is 30. And 35 minus 30 is 5. Now, often when we're dividing whole numbers, we want it in quotient remainder format. So, if it doesn't tell us to express our answer as a decimal, then this is our remainder. We would write remainder 5. In example 2, it's a little bit more difficult because our divisor is 41. So we say 41 will not go into 8, but 41 will go into 81 once. 1 times 41 is 41, and then we subtract. 81 minus 41 is 40. Now, whenever we do our subtraction, we want to make sure that whatever we get as our remainder, in this case 40, that it's less than 41 before we move on. So always make sure that your remainder is less than your divisor as you're working through the problems. Bring down our next digit, which is a 0, and we say 41 goes into 400 how many times? This may require us to do a little bit of guess and check, but I know that 41 times 10 is 410, so a pretty good guess would be 9. We're multiplying. 1 times 9 is 9. 4 times 9 is 36. And that looks about right. So we'd say 9. 9 times 41 is 369. And we subtract. 0 minus 9 we can't do. And we cannot borrow from this 0 next to it. So we're going to have to borrow from the 4 to make this 0 a 10, so that we can borrow from the 10 and make it a 9. And make this last 0 a 10. So 10 minus 9 is 1. 9 minus 6 is 3. And then 3 minus 3 is 0. So now we're going to bring down our next digit. And we want to know 41 goes into 314 how many times? And once again, this will be a little bit of guess and check. But I already know that 41 times 9 is 369, which is too large. And it seems like it's more than just one too large. So I'm gonna guess 41 times 7. 1 times 7 is 7. 4 times 7 is 28. So we get 287, and we subtract. 4 minus 7 I can't do, so I borrow from the 1, make it a 0. Make my 4 a 14. 14 minus 7 is 7. 0 minus 8 I can't do, so I borrow from the 3, making it a 2. Make my 0 a 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. So we get 27. And that's our remainder. So we'd say it's 19. Oops, hold on, we forgot our 7 up here. So it's 197. Remainder 27. Now the thing is, notice that At first I was kind of tempted to just leave it as 19, but I knew that was wrong because I had done my 7. So if you're really careful in working through your work in each stage of the game, even if you do something like forget a digit, as you're looking back through your answer, you will remember, oh, wait a minute, I just multiplied 7 times 41 to get my 287. So I'd forgotten my 7 up there. So our full answer is 197, remainder 27. In example 3, we start off with this divisor of 26. And 26 will not go into 8, but it will go into 80. So how many times will it go into 80? I would guess 3. 26 times 3. 6 times 3 is 18. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So that looks good. So 3 times 26 is 78. And then we just subtract. 80 minus 78 is 2. And you carry down your next digit. And here's where we really need to be careful, because 26 goes into 20 0 times, and we need to include that 0. Now we can bring down our next digit. And we're saying 26 goes into 208 how many times? Well, I know that 26 times 10 is 260, and that's too large. So let's try 26 times 8. 6 times 8 is 48, carry the 4, and then 2 times 6 is 16, plus 4 is 20, and that gives us exactly 208. So we put in our 8, 8 times 26 is 208, and we subtract and get 0. So we have a 0 remainder, so this goes in even 308 times.